What's going on, everybody? This is John, and I am doing a little driving right now, but I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I saw on the internet. And you know, if you see it on the internet, it's got to be true. So I saw an article on the internet the other day that said like 7.5 million people who once had full-time jobs and got displaced in the economy are now trying to get by working the same amount of hours at 2 part-time jobs than they were on their full-time job, and they're making less money. So they're making less money with 2 jobs than they were making before when they had 1 job. And I wanted to just chat with you guys for a few minutes because a lot of people out there, when they lose their job, they just kind of bust their butt to try and find another one. Because, I mean, regardless, we all have obligations, we all have bills, we all have, you know, responsibilities that we need to take care of. So I get that people need to be, you know, have some sort of income coming in, and I think that's important. But, and here's where the but comes in, people ought to be also doing something to take a little control of their situation. See, my story, guys, is, and some of you guys know this, but I was downsized out of 3 jobs in 4 years, and it wasn't because I was a bad employee. I'd always gotten, you know, superior performance appraisals, but one company did a merger and acquisition, and after 17 years I became expendable, and then the other 2 companies went out of business. So again, without having a company to work for, I became expendable. And the whole point is, it doesn't matter how good of an employee you are sometimes. It doesn't matter how great of a relationship you have with your boss. One of the companies that I work for, my boss was let go. And, you know, and that was he was the guy that was always in my corner. So once he was gone, it was kind of like, you know, I had to kind of figure something else out. So the thing I'm saying is, don't be naive enough to think that your employer owes you anything beyond your next paycheck. And I don't mean to come across or to be perceived as someone who's uber negative. I'm not uber negative, but I also want you to realize that your job does exactly what it's designed to do. You know, you probably heard that old adage, you know, it pays you enough, you know, you work hard enough, you know, so you continue to get paid, and you know, they pay you enough so you don't quit. You know what I mean? So the thing is, guys, again, don't be naive enough to think that your job owes you anything more than your next paycheck, because for whatever reason, you know, marketplace circumstances can change, you know, which is going to dictate what direction the company goes in the meaning, in the ways of personnel and having their personnel. So, you know, what I would encourage you to do is find something you're passionate about. You know, me, I'm passionate about travel. I love to travel. But find something that you're passionate about and start a small business on the side. And you never know where it can go. You know, start something, because number one, even if it's not the business that, you know, can pay you, you know, enough money to where you don't have to rely on your job anymore someday, it might develop some skill sets. See, taking some sort of action is going to benefit you long-term down the road. It might help you develop some skill sets that you apply towards an entrepreneurial endeavor that does end up becoming the thing for you. You might meet some people through what you're doing that takes you to the next level. And if you never did something above and beyond what you're currently doing right now, maybe you never would have met the person that is the one that opens up the next door for you. So I just want to say that, you know, hopefully this video provides you with some value. You know, that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to provide you with some value. And I hope that, you know, you get inspired. If you're not looking at something else outside of what you're currently doing, hopefully you get inspired to do that, because you know, I just think it's intelligent. I think it's wise in today's economy. The companies are not showing loyalty, and the other thing that they're doing is a lot of companies are using technology to displace employees. You know, one of the things that that I see all the time is, for example, you go to the grocery store, and when you go to the grocery store, what do you see? You used to see a person scanning all your groceries. Now, every time you go to the grocery store, half of the lanes are taken up with machines where they're self-scan. And that's just one example. More and more people are going to be displaced by technology as time goes on. So before technology displaces you, I encourage you to find something to do where you can displace them. Thank you guys. Have a great day.